Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're reacting to more of my babies, the boys of SB19, and we're continuing our reactions to their Pagtatag EP, and we're getting into the next track, Ilaw. Now, so many of you guys, ever since I reacted to I Want You, have been like, hey, react to Ilaw and what was the other one? Because there's two of them you guys keep naming, and then you're like, I think you will really love these. I think you'll really love these. They might be contenders to take away or to replace Hanggang Sahuli as your favorite. Ilaw and Liham. So I'm just going in the order of the EP. So right now we're going to dive into Ilaw. I'm very excited because you guys have been singing its praises. And I mentioned in my reaction to Crimzone that I was hoping that this EP I was going to be getting at least one sort of like really good ballad from them, because I feel like I haven't gotten one of those in a while. And that's when you guys just kept like flinging out these two. So I'm thinking this might be a ballad and it might make me vocally excited. So we're gonna dive in and just see. They released a lyric video. So yeah, we're just gonna dive in. Oh, it'd help if I showed you guys. There you go.
Kanina ay nahuli ang aking sarili. Nakangiti na naman at nagkukuli. Nang tunay na kailanman ay di ko maipagsasabi. Na naman. At pagdating sa aking talan ay hindi ko na naman mahanap aking susi.
I like the kind of easy acoustic nature of it. Ooh, okay, there goes the acousticness out the way. Ooh, okay. Ooh! Come on, Pablo! Ooh! Ooh! Hold on. Go back. Go back. Ah, these transitions and the growls. So far, it has very beautiful use of vocal dynamics. It started off nice and soft and just kind of easygoing with the acoustic nature of the guitar, and then we got into this chorus, and it's a lot more. There's a lot more variety in the sound. So we had some of those bigger, beltier parts. We had some, and not like super belty, I imagine that's coming later. But we had some of the belty stuff. We had some nice growls, some distortion in there. And then we had this nice kind of just contrast between the da-da-da-da-da and just kind of drew it back into this nice, soft, sensitive place. Beautiful use of vocal dynamics. Gorgeous.
Napapamuni-muni sa kawalan ng huni. Di mapapirmi aking sa...
Sorry to keep pausing. I'm going to take it back a little bit. I'm loving this melody line and how it's like it's just slightly ascending with each line in the verse. Back down. And just take it back.
Napapamuni-muni sa kawalan ng huni. Di mapapirmi
beautiful transitions to the head voice. Ooh! All of them out here just showing off all the head voice. Ooh! that came from his guts.
Inakalang magbabago, kabayaran ba dito'y sarili ko'y maglalaho? Sino bang may tenga sa mga bulong ko? Kahit pa ako'y sumigaw ay malabo.
Sing!
Tao po, pakinggan nyo naman ako. Bakit di niya subukang buksan ang bukas namang pinto? Nang tuluyan ang makita nyo, tunay na ako, di nagtatago. Sa likod na bumubulag na ilaw na to.
And then back to this simple strumming.
Ito na naman ako, patungo sa presinto.
Oh God, you can hear the sadness and the vulnerability in his voice. Like at that point, it's like he's not even singing. He's just talking into the microphone, and he's breaking, and it is beautiful, heartbreaking, sad, but beautiful.
Ito na naman ako, patungo sa presinto. Mag-iisip ng kung ano-ano, kailan bang laya ko dito? Ito na naman ako, pwede bang ipagpaliban muna ng isang linggo? Pwede muna bang hinto?
Ooh, and that scoop. Ooh! Oh, come on, instrumentation! Oh! Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Like you'll notice, the first half of my reaction, I was very just into vocals, listening, pausing. Oh my God, I love this vocal line, this melody here, blah blah blah. But then for like the last, I don't know, minute and a half of the song, I just sat here, silent. Like I had no words. I couldn't, because I was focusing more on the lyrics at that point, and I had no words to express just the series of emotions that I was feeling in that at that particular point. It is such a. We'll start with lyrics. It is such a well-written song. The lyrics are just a cry for. And it can be taken in so many different contexts. Like, it can be taken as a cry for help. It can be taken as a cry for, I just need a break. I need to get away. It can be a cry for, I just have a lot of frustrations on my plate right now and I need somebody to listen to me. Why, where, who is there who's going to listen to me? It can be taken in so many different contexts and just be relatable to so many different people going through so many different situations. And for me, that is a sign of a very successful songwriter, a very successful lyricist, when you're able to take a situation. I don't know if the situation is something that is personal to them as a group, or if it is just, actually, who wrote this? It was written by Pablo. There we go. So I don't know if this is something that is personal to Pablo, if these are feelings that he has had or is having at the moment, or if this is just him being able to take an idea or a circumstance and channel it into this very relatable kind of song. I don't know. I hope that it's not a personal thing for him, because I wouldn't want him feeling this way. I don't want any of them feeling this way. If you guys have been in the channel long enough, you know I'm very protective of these boys. I love these boys to death. And the last thing I want to hear is that they're feeling like they don't have anyone to listen to them. They're feeling like they don't have anyone to talk to. They're feeling frustrated. They're feeling, I don't want to hear that they're feeling that. So I'm hoping it's not coming from a personal experience, a firsthand experience of Pablo. But if it is, just very well written song, very well written from a lyrical standpoint. And then when we get into the actual musical production of the song, oh my God, absolutely gorgeous. It started off with a very just low-key acoustic guitar just strumming, and I'm like, okay, this is a nice vibe, this is cool, this is chill. Then the chorus, it picked up a little bit more energy, and then we came back down to that sort of, slow mid-tempo just acoustic strumming. And then there towards the end, like, the floodgates just open, and we had all of this instrumentation, all of this just sweet. It felt like I could picture them on stage with like a 50-piece orchestra behind them, and it felt like the orchestra was just sweeping and just rising, and it was just this big epic climax. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is absolutely gorgeous. This music is so gorgeous. Oh my God. And then you put the vocals on top of it, and it is just absolutely stunning. And what I love about this song, from a vocal standpoint, is it's probably the most raw that I've heard all of them collectively on a track. They've had performances where they may have gotten emotional and whatnot, and you can hear that emotion in them. But like on a track, like it's very, as a performer, at least for me, it's very difficult for me to be like super raw and exposed in a public setting. I've mentioned it before, like, I love singing. I don't like acting personally, because I feel like that process of, aside from being like a fun comedic relief character, which I tend to do more times than not because it's just something I'm comfortable with, it's in my wheelhouse. But if it's something that requires a little bit more emotional depth and range, and I have to touch on some sort of strong, intense, sad, or whatever kind of emotion, I don't enjoy that process because it's very invasive and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. I don't like being exposed like that for everybody to see. I like people to just see me as a pillar of strength, and I'm happy-go-lucky, and go cry in a corner, cry behind closed doors. But I don't like people to see me, and I don't like feeling like I'm exposed like that. So for me, it is very difficult to let that sort of vulnerability out for the public to partake. If I have to, I have to. Like, I'll do it, but like, I don't like to. So for them to go into the studio and choose to let that vulnerability take the lead is such a bold and brave and beautiful thing, such a beautiful choice, because they very easily could have been singing this in the studio, got emotional, and be like, okay, we're going to do another take, and I'm going to calm down, and I'm going to get this vocal out, I'm going to make it pretty, I'm going to make it pretty, and I'm going to make it clean, and blah, blah, blah. Like, very easily could have done that, and it would have been great. It would have been beautiful. It would have been, you know, effective. But the fact that they just chose to stay so raw, and it wasn't just one of them, it wasn't just two of them, all of them had moments throughout the song where they were just raw. You could hear it in their voice, where it's like they weren't trying to necessarily sing pretty, they weren't trying to, you know, be perfect or hit these riffs and runs. They were literally just in the raw emotion of these lyrics, and just singing their truth, sometimes just speaking because they were not able to sing. They just spoke they were just giving you just honest, real, raw, and it was just beautiful, touching, so absolutely touching. So having that raw emotion being the catalyst for these beautifully written lyrics, and then you have this gorgeous orchestration behind it, is absolutely stunning. A stunning song. Absolutely stunning song, that is sure to evoke emotions in a lot of people. I'm sure there are a lot of my SB19 fans, a lot of A10s out there who were weeping and sobbing the first time they heard this. Probably the second, third, fourth, fifth time they've heard it too. Like, it's just one of those songs that just it grabs you. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Has it dethroned Hanggang Sahuli? I don't think it has. They're two different kinds of songs. They're two different kinds of ballads. Both sad in a sense. Both have a different level of emotion, sad emotion, different level of, you know, heartbreakingness to it. But there's still, even though these vocals were insanely fantastic and so raw and vulnerable, there's still something about Hanggang Sahuli that just, it has a hold on me. It has a hold on me. Like, for me, it is just such a perfect song. It is such a absolutely perfect song. I don't think there's a single thing that they could have done differently or to make that song more perfect. It's just absolutely perfect. So it's just very difficult for me to let that out of the top spot. So this is a fantastic song. It might be my favorite on this EP. I don't know. We still have, I think, 2 other tracks left. But yeah, has it dethroned Hanggang Sahuli? I don't think it has. My mind might change upon further listens and, you know, with time. But right now, Hanggang Sahuli is still in my top. It's still in my top slot. But this is a very, very fantastic song. I don't know. It might be in the second place. I don't know, because Tilaluha is still also very much up there for me. I'm a big ballad boy. What can I say? I don't know. I'd have to ponder on that right now. I can't make a definitive decision yet. But yes, this was a fantastic song. Absolutely love it. And I can't wait to hear the rest of the EP. So I'm going to stop babbling so I can do other things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications, be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. Mwah.